Hey guys, we're sitting out here at the end of August, about to get in September. We'll do a quick little August recap of our food plots. We were able to get a lot of our analogic food plots out there in hopes that we were going to have a lot of rain. There was several days in the forecast, but unfortunately we haven't had a whole lot of rain, maybe half an inch within the last 2 weeks. So it's going to be interesting to see the next couple of weeks how those brassica plots develop. If I do end up finding myself in a situation where I don't have a whole lot of growth, I'll go ahead and reach out to some of the local farmers here for winter rye or winter wheat, whichever one's available. Throw the the Swisher seed spreader out there, and I'll put 100 pounds of winter rye or winter wheat there in September, and then the same in October, and then get that real nice horizontal growth there. For those that do get the opportunity to get some really good growth there in August and September on your food plots for your brassicas, it's going to be a great time to get that fertilizer out there and cover all those and really boost that growth, and that should work out really good. The other items getting into the September list is definitely start checking all of your equipment, your climbing tree stands. Make sure your chains, your cables are good to go. If you got a running gun set up, definitely make sure your straps are good to go. I'd get out there and try to at least practice climbing a tree. Whether you've done this for a long time or this is your first year, get out there and start understanding what you're going to get into, especially in the early mornings. And then at late, when you're trying to take that stuff down, try to get that pattern, and that should work out very good for you, in the long run. I will touch on one thing, the Lifelines. If you guys aren't using these things and you're hunting out of a tree stand, you really need to think about doing this. I didn't spend a whole lot of time last video on this, but I definitely want to this time. So this guy right here, you loop that thing around the tree like so. You feed the remainder of this through, and then this thing right here is what you're going to actually hook on your harness. So as soon as you take your first step up off that tree throughout your hunt on it, and at the end of your hunt, you are always attached with that lifeline, and that is a fail-safe device that I think every single hunter needs to have. That's one thing great about the Millennium Treestands, is every tree stand you purchase comes with one of those lifelines. So just goes to show you, if you're looking for a new tree stand, definitely look into those Millenniums before purchasing anything else. So we have been hanging quite a few stands. We got the hunter safety hanger harness out there, and that thing works out really well. It's a hands-free environment as you're hanging those tree stands. It's just a rock solid way of staying safe, whether you're hanging tree stands, taking them down, and just or even moving them, during season. It's just a great way to stay safe while adjusting those or hanging those stands. The other thing, if you haven't started doing this, start isolating some of your deer sanctuaries. And whether or not you got 20, 40, 50, 100, 200, 500, 1,000 acres, whatever. Find these areas where you know that those deer are bedding and stay out of them. Let those deer come to you, come out to these food plots or these agriculture fields, try to hit those transition points, and it will work out really good, instead of just going deep in the woods, not knowing quite what you're even getting into, and coming into it with a game plan. It should work out very well, and then you learn and adjust as time goes. So we have been continuously shooting our bows. We've been stepping it up there last couple weeks, and then we'll continue all the way, through September. Our season starts here in Missouri, September 15th, so we look forward to doing that. We have been getting out there, shooting our bows out of some of our tree stands. So when we're setting those tree stands up, every once in a while we'll throw the bow in there, a couple arrows and a target, and that way we're kind of seeing, hey, here's our shot opportunity, and getting that, that full motion at that angle, or even down, and really practice on, your motions there, and that will really make your success, during the season. So the scouting, we've been doing a lot of glassing. You know, the Vortex optics are really good. These are the Diamondbacks 12x50s. These are the ones that keep here in the UTV, but we've got the big scopes as well that we've been glassing quite a few deer, and we've got some dandies to come after this year. So we really look forward to you know, getting out there and watching those deer, trying to pattern those deer, and jump in one of those redneck blinds, Millennium Treestands, or another blind there, or one of the climbers, and go after them. So I will touch on one thing. This particular food plot here, I've actually got a Primos, I think it's a double bull blind there. I've had it for several years, bought it for turkey season, and you know, I don't hardly ever use these things, but this one, it's a new food plot for us this year, and it's real rocky in here, but I've actually got a water source right here for them. We don't have any water on here, and this is a fairly new piece of property for us. So we went ahead and did a little research there, and I've got a little water source here. It's a 55-gallon drum there. I need to stick a stick in here before we head out of here. We're just now putting this thing out there, but this thing ought to work out really well. You know, it's got that float system, and it'll keep that water sitting right there at that, you know, the even with that float. And then, you know, as those deer or turkeys or whatever, you know, coming in here drinking it, as that goes down, that float will release more water, and it should work out really well. You know, we'll kind of keep everybody posted throughout this season on this. I'll probably have another video actually on this. I'm going to stick a Browning trail camera over this as well to get some pretty good video of it. So, but besides the scouting, we are still rolling with the Cuddelink cameras. We've got the Cuddelink over a solar right here. I'm probably going to weed right in here to kind of get some good pictures here before too long, but I do want to touch a little bit more. We got some cameras. I'm probably going to head up to South Dakota with these guys, but I did want to show you guys the home units. This is a Verizon camera, so if you guys are getting into these, it is one cell phone plan at $10 per month, up to 24 cameras. You know, there's different plans depending on what you need picture-wise, so keep that in mind. But they all run on D batteries. This is your home camera. And it's got the IR flash right through there. They've got a strobe as well, and then the white flash, and then they've also got the black flash, and that's one of the biggest you know, camera flashes I like, is that non-existent flash with all my deer hunting properties. That one right behind there, and every single one I think that you'll probably see throughout these videos are all black flashes. With those cameras, you know, you've got the solar panels like I was showing you behind there, and then you've also got your 6D booster packs. So this will extend. You got 6D batteries in here. Rayovac high energy batteries is what I'd recommend rolling with these things. And if you guys do end up, or even are interested in here, jump on that Cuddeback Users of America on Facebook. And if you have any kinds of questions, you'll see me out there all the time posting, you know, trying to help people on any kind of question they've got or ideas. I absolutely love watching, you know, others, you know, grow within this, the community as well. You know, there's a lot of great ideas. There's people all across the nation using this system, and hands down, by far, for pictures, this is the #1 cellular system that people need to be going, you know, getting in there. So, you know, we're, like I said, September 15th, going to be here before we know it. You know, so right out the gate, what I'm going to be doing hunting-wise is I'm going to be glassing those fields in the evening, or letting those cellular trail cameras tell me, you know, what deer are moving in and out of that area, and I'll start hunting evenings as soon as I got a big mature deer out, you know, I'm interested in hunting. Other than that, I'm going to stay out of the woods for the most part. I may hunt some of the edge on one of our redneck blinds. I've got a couple of them that are pretty solid when it comes to entry and exit routes, so I feel pretty confident, you know, I can get in and out of there. So keep that in mind, you know, when you're hunting in the mornings there. But, you know, before you get into the hunt in the morning, definitely keep in mind, you know, always try to isolate those cold temperature, those 10 to 15 degree drops before you get in there and hunt. So you know, if you got the forecast pulled up, look for that low, you know, that evening before. And if you can get out there and you've got a big mature deer that's been through there on a previous cold front, it's going to be a good time to get out there and chase after him. So the one other thing I did want to touch on here is a new thing that we're going to start trying out, and this is a licking stick. I think it's by Hodag, but basically you put this thing in the ground. It's a spring. You screw it, or you stick a stick or a tree in there, and then you screw that thing, tighten it in there, and those deer, it's constantly just like a licking stick. So we look forward to getting that thing out there. I've seen a lot of really good videos of successful videos on that. So I think that probably leaves us for September. I'm hoping you guys are going to get out there before too long. For you know, you guys are hunting the early states there in late August all the way into September and October. So you know, that hunting season's right here, and I hope the best for each one of you guys, and hopefully you guys are staying safe, and like always, hopefully you guys are getting out there in nature, and best luck on your upcoming hunting and fishing season.